J. Casperson.
Got the goons in this bitch, nigga.
Congratulations. You've been worked. Well. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone is having a fun time. Happy Thursday to you all. I know this is kind of weird that I'm doing this live right now. I know this is not a Sunday, but remember, I'm going live literally 3 times this coming Sunday. This is your WWE Royal Rumble 2021 preview and prediction. What is up, everyone? What is up? It is Thursday, January 28th, 2021. And I just want to say right now, it is cold as hell outside. It's brick outside. Literally where I'm at here in the Northeast. If I'm checking the temperature correctly right now, let's see here the temperature. My passcode in there, not the fucking iPhone. It's 23 degrees, but it feels like 9 degrees outside. Yeah. Jack Frost is real. I'm just saying that right now. Jack Frost is real. But like I mentioned before, this is your WWE 2021. I don't know what the fuck I just said there. Royal Rumble preview and predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, we kick things off with the road to WrestleMania. We kick it off with the Royal Rumble. And I'm going to be honest with all of you guys. I've always enjoyed the Royal Rumble. Always. As a kid, I go back to the good old days, just watching the Rumble, watching it with friends, wondering who's going to main event WrestleMania, and a lot of fun stuff. What surprises are we going to get? Are we going to get a Rumble match where there's like a shitload of people in the ring? That's always been that thing behind me, if you will, like in my mind, if you get what I'm saying. And I've always enjoyed the Rumble. I've always enjoyed it for what it's worth. But I'm going to be honest too. I feel like this year has really, as far as the build, as far as the, the excitement leading up to this show, it hasn't really been that good. And listen, you think about the last couple of years, WWE has gone all out with the Royal Rumble, almost in the same way they've gone out with WrestleMania, with the Saudi Arabia shows where they will put these events in a stadium. The last, I want to say, 3 years now or so, Royal Rumble have been in a baseball stadium or a football stadium. To put it in the same level as WrestleMania. And this year, yes, they're in Tropicana Field, but they're in an empty Tropicana Field. No fans whatsoever. And again, the pandemic's still still being in effect. It's one of those situations where, again, for a fact for WWE right now, to kick off the road to WrestleMania from an economic standpoint is kind of terrible. However, that Peacock money, I know a lot of people are mad, or a lot of people are upset. Oh my God, why are you going to fuck with my network and shit like that? Well, to all you dorks out there that are saying that right now, all I got to say to you is, congratulations. Yeah. You've been worked. Yep, absolutely. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at HeelSteven. Now, before I go any further with my predictions, because I'm going to get to them, okay? I'm also going to give my thoughts on Bad Bunny performing at the Royal Rumble. Now, first and foremost, I did say 2 days ago or so on Twitter that I am starting a Royal Rumble contest giveaway of some sort. I'm calling this the Royal Rumble Cash App giveaway contest or so. So, being that we are in the Royal Rumble week, right, I'm giving 2 people the opportunity to win $50 via Cash App, via PayPal, via Zelle. So I'm going to read you guys the text, if you will. I will be doing a Royal Rumble Cash App giveaway. Limited for 30 people. Prize of $20 via, again, Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. Again, for 2 people, since there are 2 Rumble matches. To enter, make sure you follow me on Twitter. See this photo? Right? It's pinned to my Twitter profile. Find this tweet, like it, retweet it, and tweet out, "I'm with it," so I know that you are in for the contest. I will assign you a number later this week, so likely by Saturday, I will assign you your number. That number represents you for both men and the women's Rumble. For the record, no bot accounts allowed. And goddamn it, we already know there's a shitload of bot accounts, not only on Twitter, but also on YouTube, telling you how cute and attractive you are and shit like that. Like I mentioned before, the number I assigned to you will be your number for both Royal Rumble matches. Good luck to everyone. So again, if you want in on the opportunity to win $50 by yours truly, head over to that tweet, like it, retweet it, and tweet out, "I'm with it," so I know that you're in. We have, out of 30, we have 18 spots already filled. We are now down to 12. So if you want in, you know what to do, and all that fun stuff, if you will. Anyway, the Royal Rumble. I'm going to be honest, I said this before. The build-up this year has been very, very lackluster. I watched Raw this past Monday. Yeah, I watched Raw. I sat through it. Because, again, it's a go-home show, and I always said that the purpose of a go-home show, right, no matter what promotion it is supposed to get you excited for the pay-per-view. Supposed to make you say, hey, you know what? I look forward to Sunday. I look forward to watching the pay-per-view on Sunday and hoping that they surpass my expectations. In this case, the Royal Rumble, which is their yearly tradition. You could even say it's number 2 to WrestleMania, or number 3, depending where you place SummerSlam. And I don't know, this year just felt like, again, the build-up to the matches, and even the Rumble match. Like, I know tomorrow or Saturday, they're going to announce who's number 1 and who's number 2. I think that's tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I think it's today or Saturday, they're going to tell you who's number 30. I don't like that. I hate that. I hate that they're doing that. When I watch a Royal Rumble, the matches that is, yes, they're long as shit. But I like being surprised. I don't know about you guys, but I love being surprised. I love the reactions of people. Hell, I've not been to a Rumble pay-per-view live. I've been to WrestleMania, I've been to Survivor Series, I've been to SummerSlam, to name you a few of the out of the big 4. Okay? But I've had friends that have gone to Royal Rumbles in the past. And seeing their videos on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube vlogs, what have you, and seeing their reactions to the Rumble match and as the numbers come out and who else comes out and shit like that, that's gold. Now, granted, they're not going to spoil you the entire Rumble match. But again, with 1 and 2, is like, you go back to like 1992, you hear Howard Finkel like introducing, getting the intro for the match, right? It is now time for the Royal Rumble, and he breaks down the rules, and then he's like, at the end, and now let us all find out who drew number 1. And you want to know, and now they're telling you it. I guess it's more for like excitement. I get it, to get people to tune in and all that shit. Do I think that's going to make a big impact on who wins the Rumble? I don't know. I don't think so, but I just don't like that. But we'll get into this. Again, if you have predictions, feel free to drop them in the chat or in the comment threads below. So there's that. Okay? There's that. So let's get into this. Let's get into this, shall we? Let's get into this. So there are, as of right now, there are, let's see here. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Here we go. There are 5 matches right? And that's including the men's and the women's Rumble matches. But before I get into that, okay, I know I said I was going to talk about this, but fuck it, I'm going to talk about it right now. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, it will be performing this Sunday at the WWE Royal Rumble. Now, it amazes me when the news came out, WWE posted this on their social media. And everyone was like, oh, who? Who the fuck is this guy? And shit like that. Now, in case you guys don't know, Bad Bunny is one of the biggest Latin rap artists. Or hell, I'll just say rapper, period. Because I feel like Bad Bunny has transcended his genre. His bubble, if you will. The same person that y'all saying, who the fuck is this guy, Bad Bunny, the same Bad Bunny who did songs with Cardi B, did songs with Drake, did songs with Future, has featured on his music videos. Because again, one thing about Bad Bunny, he is a passionate wrestling fan. He loves pro wrestling. Granted, a lot of his references are like from back in the day. Okay? However, it does not change the fact that he is a wrestling fan. If you remember, and again, I don't know how many of you guys, again, follow his social media. Back in the day, before the pandemic, he would go to events. He would be sitting front row at WrestleMania, backstage at Raw, SummerSlam, what have you, and take these photos with Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, Ric Flair. And it's funny because, again, we talk about his passion for wrestling, right? He had music videos featuring Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and most recently Booker T. That's right, Booker T. And here's the thing about it too, people, I think, and I get it, I understand. You don't gotta tell me, okay? To get the hate out your blood, get the hate out your fucking blood. I just think it's an awesome move by WWE. Granted, he's not going to have a fucking full concert. I had a lot of my casual friends who don't watch wrestling, who know who Bad Bunny is, and are fans of Bad Bunny, talking like, oh, this giant concert, but they don't realize that I had to tell them this. It's great that you're happy, but the reality is he's only going to be performing one song in front of an empty baseball stadium where they're going to have fucking screens with people on them. He's only singing one song, Booker T, which is it's a song that's trending. A lot of his albums have broken Billboard records. Grammy winner, etc. So let's get this. Let's address the elephant in the room, okay? I know some of you dorks will say this shit. You're just saying that because you're a Latino and he's a Latino. Well, no shit, Sherlock. No fucking shit. Listen, I've seen pay-per-views in the past. I've seen pay-per-views where they had rock bands. And listen, nothing wrong with the rock bands. Okay? I've had to endure the Flow Rida era of Flow Rida's shitty music with Pitbull. Remember those days? That's done and over with. I think everyone realizing, yo, this guy, Bad Bunny, is transcending, right? He's breaking records. He's a long-time wrestling fan. So to bring him, to have him do one song, I'm with it. And I'll get more into that later on in this prediction, okay? Now I got that out of the way. Let's get into the Royal Rumble predictions. Let's start off with Asuka and Charlotte Flair, who are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. They will be defending their titles this coming Sunday against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Now, if you recall, I want to say last month or so, yes, it was supposed to be last month at TLC, right? Asuka was supposed to team up with Lana, and Lana got hurt. Right? They took out Lana, what have you. I guess just to write her off television. I don't fucking know. But that's what happened. And now the question was, oh, she needs a partner now. And she brought out Charlotte Flair. Right? The queen is back. Charlotte reigns, right? and they win the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Right? That's fine. Awesome. And now they're doing this whole thing where apparently the former champ never got a rematch. They want the rematch, and they're going to get at the Royal Rumble. But at the same time, they're doing this whole angle where you have Charlotte Flair, her father, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, 16-time world champion, Ric Flair. Woo! That was a terrible woo. I'm fully aware. Woo. Right? Who's having a fun time, sunny days, if you will, with Lacey Evans, who's supposed to be this classy Southern belle, but is becoming nothing more than a cheap thrill. Now, if this was the 80s, holy shit, she'd be riding Space Mountain all fucking night. But that's a topic for another day. They're doing this angle where Charlotte Flair is feeling some type of way about Lacey Evans getting it on with her father, or messing around, getting, I guess, advice, what have you, or seeing, or basically, she's seeing her dad. That's what I'm trying to say here. And if you remember on Monday, these last couple of weeks, Ric Flair has cost her daughter multiple matches. Tag team match, and then a match one-on-one with Lacey Evans. And then this past Monday on Raw, they had this whole conversation in the locker room area where she basically told her father, hey, I can tell you gone from legend to just one old man. I'm not afraid to tell you that shit. Just to get punched by Lacey Evans. Now, that being said, that's what they're doing, all right? Do I see them losing the titles here? No, I don't. If you remember, all three women, that being Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Shayna, are also involved in the Women's Rumble match. So there's that as well. But it should be a fun little match for what it's worth. I do think in the long run, for Raw, that is, right? For the Raw brand, we're going to get Charlotte and Asuka at WrestleMania. That's just my prediction. That being said, I see Charlotte and I see Nia Jax. I see Charlotte and Asuka retaining the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships here. That's what I see happening. That's what's going to go down, if you will. So from there, we go on to... Damn, look at this card right now, okay? You know what? Let's talk about matches that I see them adding probably tomorrow, maybe on Saturday, what have you, right? I do see them adding Bobby Lashley versus Riddle for the U.S. Championship. Now, if you remember on Raw, and again, they might not even do it. We don't fucking know. If you remember this past Monday on Raw, Riddle has beaten all three members of the Hurt Business in a gauntlet match to earn himself a title opportunity against Bobby Lashley. The same Riddle who was trying to give you bro nuts and form a tag team with Jeff Hardy, that same Riddle. The same Riddle who's been getting attacked by Lashley in the Hurt Business. He does have a win over Bobby Lashley a couple of weeks ago. And because what's happening, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, he's wanting to have a match with Lashley in the Fight Pit. The same match that he had with Timothy Thatcher in NXT before he left to the main roster. Many, many months ago. Which, honestly, listen, if you're going to do a Fight Pit match on the main roster, right, for shits and giggles, I don't see why not do it with those two. They both have the MMA background. They do. They both have the MMA background. They can make it work, obviously. And it's for a championship. And again, you're putting a championship match inside of the structure. But at the same time, it's the main roster. And we've learned a long time ago, you can't trust the main roster. You can't trust that creative team. They are corrupt. They're crooked. I wouldn't trust them with my French fries at a restaurant if I had to. I wouldn't. But if they're to do this match, I see Lashley retaining once again. So there's that. Another match I see them doing for shits and giggles here. I see them doing Big E versus Apollo for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago. They had a match. It ended in a no contest or a double count out, what have you. And then Biggie beat him, even though Apollo slapped him, what have you. He's getting an edge to him now, it looks like, right? He has this edge to him, right? He's getting advice from Paul Heyman. You can sit, I know someone said this on Twitter a couple of days ago. They're using Apollo to keep Biggie busy so he won't get involved with Roman Reigns. Likely, we could possibly get that at WrestleMania. A Big E and Roman Reigns match, which honestly I just don't see happening, to be honest with all of you. But that being said, if they were to make this match, I'm pretty sure they'll steal the show. Again, one thing about it too, I think you would want to have, if you had to choose between Lashley and Riddle versus Apollo and Big E, which championship match do you put at the Rumble? I would do Apollo and Big E because, again, the prestige of the Intercontinental Championship. You go back 2001, and I know it's a match no one wants to talk about because he who shall not be named was in a match with Chris Jericho in a ladder match, and it was fucking amazing. Okay? It's just fucking amazing. And again, I'm not saying that Lashley and Riddle can't have a good match, because I think they can. But if I had to choose between which title do I want to see defended at the Rumble to just to add time to the show, if you will, that's the Intercontinental Championship. Or hell, maybe they do with Sami Zayn a triple threat. Why the fuck not? You can do Sami Zayn too. Add him in there, but we'll see what happens. But if that happens, I go with Big E winning. I don't see why you're taking the belt off of Big E right now. It's silly. It's fucking silly. So that being said, let's get into Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship. The same Drew McIntyre who came back, recovered from COVID-19, right? He'll be challenging or facing, if you will, he's the champion, of course, WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg. Bill fucking Goldberg. Now, we all saw what happened at Raw Legends. Right, Legends Night, after Drew defeated Keith Lee, Goldberg came out, and in Goldberg's mind, I don't know what the fuck happened, and Goldberg headbutted himself early in the night. Again, he believed that, hey, Drew McIntyre believes that he is better than all the legends in the ring or on the stage area, right? That in Goldberg's mind, Drew McIntyre thinks he's above all of them. Not giving them the respect, which made no fucking sense. Absolutely no fucking sense at all. And then they did the whole shove and the headbutt, and then Drew went away for 2 weeks, and then you had Drew. And I think it was cool for WWE to have Drew be at home, but still fill in with promos off his iPhone. Hey, Tessa Blanchard, that's how you fucking do it. Remember how an Impact... was it last year when the pandemic started, right? Tessa was the Impact World Champion, and they wanted her to fucking do promos from home, and she couldn't even do that. Remember that? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers. But it is what it is. So, and then on this past Monday on Raw, you had them both take out Miz and Morrison. But this is what we're going with. And listen, I agree with everyone out there that says, hey, this is not the match to make. And I agree. And I especially agree that the reasoning behind this match makes no fucking sense in Vince's eyes, because apparently there was no one ready for Drew McIntyre. But yet you have Keith Lee, who had this good match with Drew McIntyre, and also this program with Drew with fucking Sheamus, who's coming off as his friend, right? He's friends with Drew, and at this whole time, hey, Keith believed that Sheamus will turn on Drew, and they had a match too, and they made peace, what have you. So in the eyes of everyone right now, Sheamus is a babyface waiting to turn on Drew, and you could have done that. You could have done Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Keith Lee in a triple threat for the WWE Championship. You could have done that, WWE. Bruce Pritchard, you could have gotten that done. But no, for whatever reason, you feel that bringing in Goldberg, and I get it, nostalgia, you guys still feel this guy will attract eyeballs. No, he does not. He does not. No. Listen, I grew up as a Bill Goldberg fan when I was a kid. I thought Goldberg was the shit. Walked out there, speared a motherfucker, lifted him up. 1, 2, 3. It was over. It was fucking over. Now, and again, this was the 9-year-old me. Now I'm a 30-year-old man, 21 years later, and this guy's still wrestling. This old geezer is still fucking wrestling. Not only that, but he can barely do a fucking jackhammer. God fucking forbid, if he tries to get Drew up for the fucking jackhammer, and he can't even fucking do it. This match should not even go 10 minutes. This should be a 4-minute match, and that's what it will be. A 4-minute match where I guarantee you Drew will allow Goldberg to spear him 1 or twice. A Claymore kick, Goldberg will try to do a jackhammer, but if WWE is smart, they'll do the right thing and not have Bill Goldberg. And how old is Goldberg now? Holy fuck. I am just curious on this right now. Bill Goldberg. How old is this fucker now, right? It should not allow 54-year-old Bill Goldberg to walk out of Tropicana Field at the Royal Rumble as the WWE champion. But then again, this is WWE. We can't trust this creative team. This is the same WWE, the same creative team, the same people, right? The same company, if you will, that allowed Bill Goldberg to beat Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship literally 4 years ago. 4 years ago at Fastlane. I remember that shit. It's the same company who last year let Bill Goldberg beat the Fiend in Saudi Arabia. And oh my God, the Saudis ate it up good. Yeah, because they don't fucking get it. For them, it's whatever. WWE did pull the fast one. They knew that they did that shit in the States. People would have shed on it. And rightfully so. And the Fiend, let's be honest here, has not been the same since. I don't want to hear it. He has not been the same since. That being said, Drew McIntyre should definitely walk out the WWE champion still. And if he does not, I think all of us will basically... Congratulations. You've been worked. Yep. So then from there, we go on to the Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. Now, it was supposed to be originally Roman Reigns versus Adam Pearce. Now, if you remember, I remember this, Adam Pearce pulled a fast one. Once Roman signed the contract a couple of weeks ago, they had this whole thing where Roman, I guess Adam Pearce got hurt, and he used his whole, all contracts are the same. So we have Kevin Owens now replacing Adam Pearce. And you knew that, and you knew, let's be real about it, right? For a lot of us who would have wanted to see Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce challenge for the Universal title, and a lot of you that might have, oh, he's a former NWA World Champion, he can go, what have you, even though he hasn't wrestled in years, right? Let's be honest here. It would have been different, okay? But WWE at the last minute had cold feet. Let's just tell it like it is. These fuckers had cold feet. And even though I'll say this, I think SmackDown has thus far been better than Raw. We can all agree, okay? They've been better than Raw. But they had cold feet. And backed off, and you know what? Fuck it, let's just put Kevin Owens in there. And you know what? It'll be a fight. They're going to go out there, they're going to beat the fuck out of each other, right? Likely you'll have Jey Uso at ringside getting involved. You have Paul Heyman getting involved, likely. Who the fuck knows? Now, if you think about this too, yes, do we expect Kevin Owens to lose again? I would hope not. But again, why would you have him beat Roman? Even though, yes, it's not a singles match, it's a match with a stipulation. So there could be a loophole in that. But I wouldn't do it. But then again, I'm a Kevin Owens fan, right? I wouldn't be opposed of having Kevin Owens have a short transitional run with the belt and then drop it at Fastlane to Roman Reigns again. But then people will bitch about it. You're going to have these podcasters come on here and complain and moan about it. That being said, I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. Even though in my fucking heart, I would love to see Kevin Owens walk out with the championship. But I'm going to go with Roman Reigns here. Because logic, motherfuckers. Fucking logic. Okay, got that out of the way. Let's get into the 2 Royal Rumble matches, shall we? The 2 fucking Royal Rumble matches. You know what? Let's start off with the women. Because why the fuck not? So for the women thus far, there's out of the 30 entrants, there's only 12 thus far confirmed. I'm on Wikipedia right now, okay? So you have Nia Jax, you have Charlotte Flair from Monday Night Raw. From SmackDown, Bianca Belair and Bayley. Now, if you remember, they both did this whole obstacle course challenge. I do think, though, that you can... I know they're doing a program, but whatever. I do see them both eliminating each other or something like that. We'll see. We'll fucking see. We have Mandy Rhodes from Monday Night Raw, Dana Brooke from Monday Night Raw, Peyton Royce from Monday Night Raw, Alexa Bliss, who's now this new playground Alexa. We'll see what happens with that. And then Shayna Baszler. From SmackDown, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Tamina. Oh boy. Now, I'm pretty sure they'll add, I don't know, some women from NXT. Maybe a Raquel Gonzalez. Maybe a Dakota Kai. Maybe a Rhea Ripley. Maybe a Candice LeRae. Maybe a returning Tegan Nox. I don't know how far she is in her recovery. Quite possibly. A Kathy Catanzaro. Maybe so. Maybe you could bring in a legend as a surprise. Maybe a Lita. Maybe a Trish Stratus. Maybe a Molly Holly. We'll see what happens. But who do I see out of this being the MVP? Okay. Who do I see being, in this case, I guess, the Iron Woman of this match? I'm going to go, and again, this is just right now what we're seeing. I'm going to go, as far as the Iron Woman, I see Bayley being that one to last the longest. And also, if you want a surprise, maybe Ronda Rousey, maybe a Becky Lynch. I don't know if you saw Becky's photo from this past Saturday when Conor McGregor fought Dustin Poirier. She looked in shape. I know she's been training during pregnancy, which I don't understand women who do that. That's just me. But if she's, again, it's going to happen eventually. I'm not saying that she should win it, but hey, you want to bring her back, surprise, she's back and all that stuff. Why the fuck not? But I see Bayley being the Iron Woman in it. Who I see winning it, who should win it in my opinion, I'm going to go with Bianca Belair. I'm going to go with Bianca. I think Bianca wins it, and then we go on to WrestleMania, and it's Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. The match you got to make. Why the fuck not? And we'll see what happens after that. But I go with Bianca winning the Women's Rumble match. Now, from there we go on to the Men's Royal Rumble. Now, we have here the list. Out of the 30 entrants, there's only 17 per Wikipedia. Okay, so thus far you have from SmackDown, Daniel Bryan. From Monday Night Raw, the United States Champion, Bobby Lashley. AJ Styles and Randy Orton. From SmackDown, you have Otis. From Raw, The Miz, who's currently the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. He announced his entry on TMZ. From SmackDown, you have Jey Uso and Cesaro. From Monday Night Raw, Jeff Hardy. From SmackDown, you have Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, Big E. From Monday Night Raw, John Morrison, Sheamus, Mustafa Ali. and also Edge. Now, I will say this. I enjoyed Edge's promo from this past Monday. Now, he talked about his championship that he never lost, and that is true. Which makes me believe that, hey, he just might walk out the winner and go on to WrestleMania. And you can do that too, Drew and Edge. I'm sure that's a match they want to do. I'm pretty sure that is a match WWE wants to do. Edge and Drew McIntyre for the championship. And that's fine. That is perfectly, I'm fine with that. If they want to go that route again, why the fuck not? And you know what? It's a good story. The story of, hey, here's Edge, right? Who came back last year, right? Had an amazing performance, right? Got a big reaction at last year's Rumble. Was supposed to go to WrestleMania in a fucking giant stadium, faced Randy Orton, got hurt. Well, the pandemic happened, right? And he's had these good matches with Randy Orton, and then he got hurt, and now he's back again. He's claiming a championship he never lost. It is true. So the writing speaks for itself. But at the same time, you have these dorks on the internet. Oh, it's an old timer, not putting over the young talent, this and that. So there's that as well. As far as surprise entrances here, let's see here again the list. Maybe a Seth Rollins comes back. There's been talk. I remember Seth, again, he just had his baby. I think it's about that time he comes back. Surprise entrance. Does he win it? No. But there's that. Likely, maybe, just maybe, there's been talk of Switchblade Jay White, which I don't think is going to happen, but let's assume, hypothetically speaking. But I don't see it happening, to be honest with you. Even in the women, there's talks of Tessa Blanchard, and I don't see it happening either. Or even Taya Valkyrie, whose contract just did expire with Impact, but again, I don't see it happening either. But we'll see. But as far as the men, hey, there's CM Punk. It's kind of a reach right now. I mean, if you're WWE, you want to bring back CM Punk, you bring him back in front of a crowd. You don't bring him back to fucking screens. There's that. Likely Kane shows up as a surprise. Hell, you know, Bad Bunny, I said this earlier. Bad Bunny is doing a performance at the Royal Rumble. He's singing his new hit single, Booker T. So who's to say, right, Booker T comes out with Bad Bunny? Think about it. You dedicate 2 minutes of an entry to Booker T walking out with Bad Bunny. And you can do his whole spot where Bad Bunny gets in the ring. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Bad Bunny in the Royal Rumble match? And by some weird way, and yes, it's going to piss off some people, right? It will, because that's how the internet is. But we'll see. Kofi Kingston's another one. I know Kofi has his injury. I don't know what's the recovery time, but I have been enjoying these video promos back and forth between Kofi Kingston and Mustafa Ali. I've been enjoying it. If you watch this past Monday on Raw, I think it was Xavier Woods who lost to, I think it was T-Bar, or I think it was T-Bar or the other guy, whatever the fuck his name is, okay? Whatever. Blade, whatever the fuck his name is, right? And at the end of it, you know, you see these video promos between Kofi and Mustafa Ali, and Mustafa talks about how, again, you know, he had this, you know, the reason why he's attacking Kofi, because years ago, back 2 years ago, if you will, Mustafa Ali was supposed to be in the Royal Rumble match, and he got replaced by Kofi, right? He was supposed to be involved in the Chamber match, right? And now it's supposed to be Mustafa Ali, but he got hurt by Randy Orton, and instead, Kofi took his spot. Kofi Mania happened, right? So you got to believe in all that had to really piss off Mustafa Ali. And now here he is, and now it's all full circle. WWE has a funny way of bringing stories back to full circle. Let's get that clear too. They really, really do. So this is where we're at right now. This is where we're at. This is what's happening right now, right? Another surprise entry. I don't know, maybe John Cena. I don't fucking know. But we'll see. But there's that. Maybe we'll see Savio Vega. I don't fucking know. But again, there's some surprises. As far as a winner goes, I did say that a Raw women would win the Women's Rumble, right? I mean, a SmackDown women would win the Women's Rumble. You can't have two SmackDown people winning the Rumble back to back. You can't. But why not two? Maybe also Ricochet gets involved too. It's funny too because again, a lot of people had to qualify, but yet some people were just entering automatically, which I thought was stupid as hell too. So as far as who wins this Rumble, okay, I think it makes sense too for the story. I would say Daniel Bryan. Because I do want to see a Daniel Bryan Roman Reigns program at WrestleMania. Right? All this shit go full circle, right? Remember a couple of years ago, it was Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan at Fastlane, and Roman beat Bryan to challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31, right? At a time where Roman Reigns was supposed to be the next top guy, but the fans weren't accepting it, right? And now here's Roman as a heel, right? Having an opportunity to take out all that frustration on the person that's responsible for all this shit. Even though technically it's CM Punk, but at the same time, you connect it to Bryan also. So there's that. So that being said, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. Even though I said I don't think two people from the same brand will win both Rumble matches, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan to win it. And there's that. Again, I will watch this show, just so you guys know as well. We will be doing 3 reviews, 3 live streams, if you will. There'll be 2 Wrestle Companions, where myself, Big Mike, maybe Dave Sack, we will be reacting live to both the men's Royal Rumble match and the women's Royal Rumble match. That's going to happen. Oh, yeah, it's happening. And then after that, we're going to go live with the Royal Rumble review. How am I going to do it? I have no clue, but it's going to be done. It shall be done. And again, also, guys, before I wrap this up, just to remind you guys, I am doing a Royal Rumble contest giveaway contest. Again, it's limited for 30 people. The prize is $50. Can go to 2 people since there are 2 Rumble matches. Thus far, there's been 18 entries already. We are now needing 12. So if you want in on the contest, what I need you guys to do, you see this photo. My Twitter is right there, @HeelSteven. Find this tweet. It's pinned to my profile. When you see this, like it, retweet it, and then tweet out, "I'm with it," so I know that you're in. And I will be giving out numbers Saturday afternoon, between Saturday night or Sunday morning. I'll be giving out numbers. Okay? So there's that. A chance for 2 people to win $50. It is completely free to enter. Completely free. And that's going to be it for me. That's going to be it. I thank you all. Oh, here we go. Andre Corbeil. We got Corbeil here as well. Here we go. Reading the comments. Will Goldberg make an appearance tonight? Maybe so. Lacey Evans, my favorite women in promotion. Trish Stratus wins. Why the F not? They need to get rid of the Money in the Bank. It's a concept that should be dead and buried. What up, Dre? How are you been, brother? What's up, man? Cross returns and wins. You guys are killing it in the chat. Okay. I'm reading the comments here. Great comment, Dre. And to get back on the topic, had a great prediction, Steven. And again, guys, if you guys want in as well on the Rumble contest giveaway that I'm doing, head over to Twitter. I'm gonna say this again. Head over to Twitter. All right? Head over to Twitter. You see this tweet? Like it, retweet it, and then write in "I'm with it" on Twitter. But make sure also you follow me. Make sure you follow me as well. A chance for 2 people to win $50. $50. 2 people. 2 people. We have right now 18 entries in. We just need 12 more, and we have the 30. So there's that. So you can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. All right? Follow me there. All right? I'm about to knock out because I have work in the morning. So there's that too. All right? Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. We'll be back this Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday. 3 streams, guys. 2 Wrestle Companions. 1 for the men's Rumble, 1 for the women's Rumble. And then the Rumble review. Pray for us. Thank you all for watching, listening, what have you. This has been another installment of Around the Point. Peace out, y'all.